Hi there, this is lecture 5 and we're going to read act 4 together, which is called El Maghrib, as usual. Okay, this act starts with scene 1 on page 73. We notice how the tension between Hamlet and Gertrude increases. He accuses her of being a morally degraded woman and the devil's assistant. Okay, so he believes always that Gertrude is disrespectful and that she is collaborating with the devil, and that she is not a kind or a morally refined woman. As usual, he is always seeing her in a negative light. Okay, Hamlet holds his pistol again, the one he received from Larius. He holds it once more and he tries to shoot Claudius, but he kills Polonius by mistake instead. Okay, so when he decides that he must take an action and he has to stop his hesitance, he kills Polonius instead of Claudius. Okay, when this happens, the heated argument between Hamlet and his mother climaxes. It reaches the climax, يعني بتصل إلى الذروة, as she spits on his face and tells him, I will open your stomach with a bread knife. So here she expresses her fury, الغضب الشديد, from Hamlet, and she tells him that he has made a big mistake by killing Polonius. Okay, so he holds his weapon towards her womb, towards her stomach, but then he hears some verses from Quran that have to do with respecting one's mother. سمع آيات من القرآن اللي هي بتقول ولا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما. فهي is stunned by fear, الشعور بالخوف والندم تمكن منه, and he returns sheepishly to his desk. ورجع قعد على الديسك بتاعه like a coward. He prays for Allah and he asks Gertrude to forgive him. Okay? فهو هنا he was very aggressive with Gertrude and he was dealing with her in a harsh way and he kept calling her names to insult her and to humiliate her. But all of a sudden when he hears a verse from Quran, he starts to feel regret and he feels ashamed of himself and of his deeds, so he sits back on his desk. Okay? Can you see how Hamlet's character is full of contradictions? مليانة بالتناقضات. He is always doing the same thing and it's opposite at the same time. Can you give me more examples to support your answer? More examples that illustrate how Hamlet's character is full of contradictions? This is a question for you to answer. Okay? In scene 2, we have on page 76 an explanation of the situation in the country on the political level. The situation is getting worse and worse. International support withers. الدعم الدولي. يعني مفيش حد خلاص بقى واقف جانب كلوديوس. The country is sinking into wars. هي غرقانة في حربين. The civil war and the external war, as we said earlier. And he is seeking help from other countries, but nobody is willing to help him. Okay? So all the other countries give up on Claudius. كلهم اتخلوا عنه because of the instability in the country and because of the terrorist attacks. الهجمات الإرهابية المتكررة. He wants to kill Hamlet, but he is afraid because the whole world is watching them. He openly tells Hamlet that he wants to kill him and that he wants to get rid of him because he is causing much trouble to the country, but he can't do this because he is being watched. كل العالم بيتابع الأحداث اللي بتحصل في البلد, فهو he can't do this. Okay? On page 77, Larius comes back and he wants to see his father. Of course, now Polonius is killed. Hamlet killed him by mistake, so Polonius no longer exists. Claudius keeps trying to hide this information from him and wants to hide it and to lie about it, But Gertrude appears and she is drunk and she tells him everything. She tells him that Hamlet has killed Polonius by mistake. So Claudius makes use of this to turn him against Hamlet, his biggest enemy. كلوديوس هنا بدأ يستغل الوضع وعايز يخلي لاريتس ينقلب ضد هاملت and he wants Lariats to get rid of Hamlet and to kill him, and in this way he would make it to kill Hamlet but through an indirect way. هو هنا هينجح ان هو يقتل هاملت بس indirectly. He wants to get rid of him indirectly through Lariats. Okay? فClaudius is always making use of everything for his personal gain. دايما بيعمل كل حاجة علشان ايه مصلحته الشخصية. He is a very manipulative and a very cunning يعني مكار أو عقله يعني داهية داهية C-U-N-N-I-N-G cunning. Okay, means he is very مكار يعني. Page 78. We know that Lariats is involved in a coup against Claudius إن هو بيخطط لانقلاب ضد Claudius and that he has an eye on ruling the country. But Claudius manages to buy him through giving him half of the country. يبقى Lariats he wanted to initiate a coup against Claudius. بس Claudius tries to contain the situation. قدر إن هو يسيطر على الوضع through offering him half the rule of the country. هو هيبقى ليه نص البلد. Okay, هينصصوا البلد مع بعض and in this way he would win Lariats on his side. دي الطريقة اللي هو كسب بيها Lariats of Sof. Okay. On page 78 بقى we have a very important scene. Ophelia commits suicide. She bombs her body after she delivers a very sensitive speech. Ophelia decides to bomb her body, to explode her body because she wants to make a statement to the world. Let's see what she says before she does so. The one who has turned me into a refugee has made a bomb of me. The one who has turned me into a refugee has made a bomb of me. بتقصد ان لما هم قرروا ان هم يخلوها لاجئة ان هم يطردوها برا بلدها او ان هم يخلوها بعيد عن المكان her home has made a bomb of me. حولوها الى قنبلة موقوتة. I have tried to speak the language of women. I have tried to forgive. On many nights I severed my tongue. أنا حاولت أتكلم اللغة بتاعت النساء. حاولت أكون متسامحة. حاولت أكون I severed my tongue معناها I cut my tongue يعني قطعت لساني يعني she was silent she didn't say a word but my silence bleeds from my mouth but she wasn't comfortable this way she couldn't be silent anymore فضلت ساكتة 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 بس she was suffering because of this silence. Okay, here I am the animal that the world forgets. هي she compares herself to an animal that the world forgets. Nobody pays attention to her. Nobody considers what she likes and what she needs in her life. Nobody thinks about her future and nobody asks her about her opinion in her own life. Okay, that's what makes her sad and that's what pushes her to this extreme. ده الحاجة اللي خلتها ايه تروح تبقى متطرفة كده وتقرر ان هي تنهي حياتها. I have tried to speak the language of man but lying no good no change can make to it of injustice in life. حاولت تتكلم اللغة بتاعت الرجال which is lying. She believes that men are always lying like Claudius, like Polonius, like Lariats, all of them like Hamlet himself, like so all of them are lying to her. So she tried to do the same, to be a liar, but she couldn't as well. So she couldn't speak the language of women, اللي هي silence and forgiveness. She couldn't speak the language of men, which is lying. Okay, she wanted to change all the injustices in life. عايزة تغير كل الظلمات والظلم اللي في الحياة. I want people outside to know this, that I will express with my body what is not able to express politics and mighty nations. إن هي now she is going to express herself through her body, because her body is the only tool, is the only instrument that she believes she has control over. Okay? فهي هنا بتستخدم جسمها كوسيلة إن هي هتفجره to make a statement to the world، عشان توصل صوتها لكل العالم إن هي she does not agree with all the situations and all what is going on in the world. Here she does not accept this. She cannot accept this. All the injustices in this life, she cannot take it anymore. Okay? فهي هنا ده الفيمينست criticism دايما بيقول النقد النسوي بيقول إن females have control over their bodies and that's it. So she is trying to make a statement to the world. عايزة تقول خبر مهم للworld، للعالم كله، إن هي she wants to express herself and she wants to be heard. عايزة تتسمع because she used to speak earlier before and nobody would listen to her. Okay? So I go to God pure in my soul, in my dignity I am pure. She believes that she is a dignified person. هي شخصية عندها كبرياء، إن هي ما تنزلتش. أوفيليا عمرها ما جربت تتنازل، ما حاولت تتنازل. Okay? So she decides to end her life and to go to meet her God in a pure state, as she believes. Okay? This is how she decides to end her life, because she wants to make a statement to the world, because she has no control over her life. She has only control over her body, and so she uses it as a tool to express herself, to let the whole world listen to her, to force all the world to listen to her. كل الناس خلاص دلوقتي مجبرين ان هم يسمعوها، مش قدامهم حل تاني. Okay? So this is how she ends her life, and this is the transformation in her character from a sophisticated girl who has high hopes about her life and her future, that she would marry the person she loves, that she would go on in her life the way she likes. This was not the case. This was not the situation. Everybody was oppressing her and abusing her, so she decides to end her life in a dignified way. Okay? This is the end of Act 4. المغرب اللي هو بداية الضلمة خلاص. And this meaning is symbolic in خلاص the night is coming over and all the situations and all the incidents that are to come are very dark. The light is away, is over, it's no longer there, only darkness. Okay, so we're going to see what is going to take place next in the next act. And that's it for today. Thank you so much.